Hello there and welcome to another episode of Don't Punch Wood. Today my plan is to chop down a little bit more of this house. So what I'm going to do is start by pillaring up. Yeah, get myself a bit more wood, as this is the only way I can get wood. By chopping down pre-existing structures within the world. I'm not allowed to chop down any trees. Fortunately, I am in this lovely village filled with lovely acacia. Yes. So I had planned at the end of the last episode that I might do a bit of enchanting, but unfortunately we died, so that has somewhat diminished our levels, which is not good. So I've been having a think about things, and what I really need to do is build myself a lovely mob farm XP grinder thing. If I knew where a spawner was easily, that would be more helpful, but I do know of a very lovely design that someone else came up with. I can't think of their name at the moment, but what I will do is link it down in the description, as it's one that I've built before previously in some of the other worlds I've played in. And it works quite well if you want to get a mixture of different mob drops and a little bit of XP as well, so it's quite handy. I'm going to do most of the building for that off camera, I think, just because it's not my design, it's something someone else came up with. So if you want to know how to build it, then it's probably best to head on over to their video. Like I say, I'll put a link down in the description as to the video that I'm copying. I don't think it's really that sporting for me to run out of my axe. Let me see. Sure. Come down here and collect all the wood. When watching back a video, I think it was on the first day actually, I foolishly was chopping down some wood and got distracted by a zombie and left some of the wood that I'd got to despawn, which was not my wisest of moves. Okay, what do we need? We need that. I think I'll make a diamond pick. Why not? Splash the cash, as it were. Okie dokie. So yeah, what I'm going to do is continue chopping this down until it's all gone, or until we lose daylight. I'm not going to get killed again. Yeah, and I'll get prepared and get ready to build our mob farm. We're going to be building it up in the sky. I'll probably just do maybe a couple of progress updates as I'm going along, and then perhaps when we're ready to decorate it, we can decorate it, getting it looking all nice and swish perhaps. That'll be more interesting than me actually building someone else's design, I suppose. Actually creating a nice interesting design for it. That'd be handy. There is a good amount of tree in this property. I am determined to get the whole of this thing down. Yes, shouldn't take me too much longer to finish chopping down. That way there's no more platform for zombies to hide under. And then I can get the rest of it from beneath, perhaps. Okay. Go collect all this up, and yes, I shall get myself all together and sorted, ready for. Oh, hello, sir. Yes, ready to start building a mob spawner. Okay, as you can see, we are currently in the process of pillaring up. I want to get to about level 200. And you can see all the beasties all spawning on the ground down there. Hopefully we're far enough away from the village for anything to actually be spawning in the village. I do want to try and keep some of my poor villagers alive. That would be nice. But as we go higher up, we should start to see those mobs all despawn as we get out of range. There we go. Nearly there. Oh. Oh, the last thing I want is for spiders to be making their way up here. That's level 200. There is a spider down there. No, no, we do not want spiders. I think I might go to 225. Is that actually making its way up here? I think it is. That was slightly terrifying. Oh, look, there is one there. I do not want to be here. Oh. This is slightly scary. I thought I was relatively safe. Yeah, let's get up to 225. Not too far to go. And then I think we can then start building ourselves a little platform and start building the mob spawner. Okay. Well, this is officially 225. Ah, and now the sun's coming up. Excellent, excellent. I will leave that at that. Okay, so whilst I was underground preparing for this, I did a little bit more mining because I realised we needed to make some hoppers. So I've made 9 hoppers there. Also, with that, I obviously had to use some of the wood we chopped down in the from the tree below to give us some chests there. So I made exactly 9 chests and that, and then another double chest here. This is going to be our collection. That's going to be We'll put a stone slab floor down on this, and the mobs will drop on there, and then we can then grab the drops from there. Actually, I think I've made this. I'm gonna have to go and have a look at what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I may have made this wrong. Can't quite remember. Maybe it'll come back to me. See you in a sec. Okay then, so we're now just getting to the finishing stages of the mob spawner. We've just got to put the roof in and then all the water. I went back and had a look actually at this build that I've made in another world, and I've been doing it right, so my memory serves me well. Yeah, so we just finished putting these remaining slabs in, then we can get the water done, and then this bad boy is ready to go. Okay, so that is now the mob spawner complete. It's all in its glory, so now all we need to do is kick back and wait for some mobs to start spawning, and then dropping into our lovely little trap here, where we can then jab at them with the sword. What I'm going to do now is extend this platform out a bit, and build a portal up here, so we can then sync with the nether, and sync up with that portal down there, which will be just fine and dandy. As you can see, the mob spawner is working like a charm, so I can just slash away at all these mobs that have been spawning whilst I was building a little bit of platform out there. I have to sort of wander around a bit to get them all, but that's why it's open on all sides. You just then hack away and get lots of lovely XP. Now, witches are a bit of a pain in the ass with this thing. What I really need is a bow, maybe, aha, look at that. One of our lovely skeletons has obliged and dropped a bow for us. Let's grab some of those arrows and start shooting at the witch, because it's just the easiest way. If you let her drink any potions, she then recovers her strength, and oh, this one's taking forever to go down. There we go, at last. That took a lot of arrows to kill that one. What we need is an enchanted bow, which will kill her a bit more easily. Okay. Have we dropped any more arrows since killing that one? Yeah, we'll just take that, because the plan is to now go into the nether to sync up a couple of portals. I've done a bit of calculating and whatnot, so taking the location of the portal, so that when we go in we can well, we could light it if we actually had the flint and steel on us. That'd be great, thank you. We can make sure that both this portal and the other portal have a portal. Now these are quite close, so what will happen is there'll just be the one portal between the two, which we won't want, so we'll have to build another portal in the nether and make sure that both of them are set up so that you can get to both of them. Yes, so I'll just turn that off for the moment. Yeah, let's go through. See what the nether's like. This is my first trip into the nether. We built the portal over. I'm quite glad that we are not actually in a massive, great big open area. I can deal with this. This is fine. This is good. Now, why did I turn that off? Okay, so this portal is 123 by -17. This is almost in the right place, but I'm going to have to move it. So what I'll do is I'll get dismantling this first, get the first one set up, and then we can check that works by going back through again. And then we'll set up the second one. I will stop recording here because you do not need to see me break obsidian. It is tedious. Okay, so as you can see, we've got one nether portal built, and I've dug out a bit of space so we can get the second one put into place. One moment. Oh, typical. I have to put it in the wrong sodding space. This is why a little bit more due care and attention is required when placing obsidian, because it's a pain to break down again. There we go. Go to do that. For the sake of my OCD, I'm just gonna cover that up, and there we go. This one should now. Okay, so our first one, that one there takes us to our mob spawner, and this one should take us back into the village if we've done our calculations correctly. Let's have a look and see. Yes, look at that, we're in the village. And what I'll do is run through to the other side to make sure that works as well. Okay, back in the nether again. Yay, it worked! Excellent. This is what I like to see. What I need to do is pretty this up a little bit, I think. Make it look a little bit nicer. Yes. We need more materials for that to occur though, as this took a reasonable amount of our resources that we gathered for it. I suppose what I'm going to do is take down this pillar here, because now that we've got the... Ooh, I say that. I might leave the pillar up there just for a little while. Just to... whilst we decorate this eyesore. Okay, so now that we've achieved some of the goal for what we set out to for today's episode, which was to build a little mob spawner there and then connect them both up with the portals, I thought I'd sort of talk a little bit about what I plan to do up there. At the moment that looks quite ugly, and seeing as this is going to be our area of operation, I think we need to pretty that up a bit. So my plan is to try and make a nice sort of fluffy cloud structure with like this big like tower sticking out of it, and hopefully that'll make it look a bit more appealing than what it does at the moment, which it looks like a bit of an eyesore up in the sky. Obviously this pillar will be gone and it will just be floating up there, and we'll have the plans will be to make a nice enchanting station up there, and nether portal, and maybe I'll do like a couple of cloud-like structures and sort of go from one to the other to get from the mob spawner to that. So what I will probably need to do for that is spend a little bit more time in the nether collecting up nether quartz, which I will probably do off camera, as it is a tedious task finding it in the nether and collecting it all up. I want to do that because there's plenty around here. Excellent, excellent. I like where we've spawned in the nether. There is a good amount of quartz. That is what I like to see. Yeah, so because quartz gives you slabs and stairs in a white block, we'll be using that. I might also use some of the new concrete block, as that gives a nice white texture, and we can use that as solid block and then use the quartz as slabs and stairs, so we can get a bit of texture going on in the cloud, so we can get a nice big fluffy looking cloud. I want to sort of I had thought I might make it a bit like the clouds that you get in Minecraft, the big blocky sort of clouds, but I don't think that will necessarily be entirely suitable for the look we're going for. So yeah, I think that this will be it for the episode, and if you like the video, a like would be appreciated, and if you really liked it and want to see some more, hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments or feedback about what I've done today, that would also be excellent. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.